Hi, I'm Hannah, Liz and Dawn's daughter. This week I will be reading a short story that my grandmother wrote in the 1960s about what Christmas was like in Hungary.
Well, hello! Welcome to the Hungarian Living podcast. I'm your host, Elizabeth Szabo-Voss. Our goal is to discover, celebrate, and share Hungarian heritage and encourage you to do it too. We'll touch on food, travel, history, music, language, genealogy, and share stories from our guests. We're glad you're here. This is a podcast where we'll explore Hungarian heritage in a variety of ways. We'll introduce you to some fun people and organizations who love their Hungarian heritage and share some great resources with you so you can get connected to your Hungarian heritage in a deeper way. So whether you know a little or a lot about being Hungarian, this is the place to be.
Christmas in Hungary by Elizabeth A. Szabo. There was a loud knock on the front door. "Someone is at the door, Mother," called Ilona excitedly from the living room. She pulled the curtain aside a little and peeked out. "Oh, Mother, Daddy, Grandma, Grandpa, come quickly. They've come to our house. They're here. Within minutes, the room was filled with boys and girls dressed in costume. Some children were dressed as shepherds and others as kings. Ilona's older brother Gabor was dressed up as Joseph, another biblical character. In Hungary, these children are called the Betlehemesek. In English, we might call them the Bethlehem Players. During the Christmas season in Hungary, the Bethlehem Players visit the homes of relatives and friends, bringing to them the story of Christmas. Each boy and girl has a special part in recreating the Bethlehem scene. Ilona watched as the players prepared a bed of straw for the baby Jesus. Mary and Joseph took their places near the manger bed. The shepherds huddled together in another corner of the room, pretending to be asleep. János, one of the shepherds, even brought along his pet lamb. At last they were ready. Everyone sat quietly as the Bethlehem Players began the Christmas story they all knew and loved. Besides the Betlehemesek, there are many other customs practiced in Hungary which are much different from our own. During the Advent season, some Hungarian children help their parents in making an Advent wreath of evergreen boughs. 4 small candles are placed among the boughs on the wreath, signifying the 4 weeks of the Advent season. Each week, one of these small candles is lighted at the dinner table. A large candle is placed in the center of the wreath. This candle is lit on Christmas Eve. In preparing for the birth of Jesus, each child in a Hungarian home begins a miniature bed of straw for the baby to sleep on. Any good deed done during this 4-week period means that one more straw can be added to the miniature bed. Of course, every child in Hungary wants his bed to be the softest and roomiest for the evening of Jesus' birth. These good deeds are believed to be recorded by St. Nicholas. In addition, it is believed that he has been keeping a record of the children's behavior for the entire year. When St. Nicholas paid his visit on the eve of December 6th, he gives this report to the parents. If the children have been good, St. Nicholas goes to the shoes that have been polished and left on the window ledge and fills them with candies, nuts, and other good things to eat. If the children have been bad, a switch is left with which the children are to be spanked. Should the children still be awake when St. Nicholas appears, the report is given in front of everyone. On Christmas Eve, it is the Christmas angel who prepares the tree and leaves gifts under the tree for the Christ child. Only when the family hears the gentle tinkling of her golden bell can they enter the closed room and see the beautifully decorated tree. Christmas trees in Hungary are, for the most part, decorated with cookies, chocolate figures, specially wrapped Christmas candies, painted walnuts, and oftentimes fruits. Small white candles and sparklers add to the beauty of these decorations, and angel hair covers the entire tree. The Christmas angel does not wrap the gifts, but simply places them under the tree. No one, however, is permitted to touch the gifts until the family has prayed a Christmas prayer together and has sung several Christmas carols. After this joyous family gathering, the villagers walk toward the church carrying lit candles and singing carols. At the church, they worship during the midnight hour.
We hope you enjoyed this special bonus episode featuring my mom's story, Christmas in Hungary, as well as the entire icipici series on celebrating Christmas with Hungarian style. If you implemented any of the ideas suggested on the Hungarian Living podcast, I would love to hear all about it at podcast@hungarianliving.com. Please share this podcast with others who are interested in their Hungarian heritage. Boldog Karácsonyt és boldog új évet kívánok. I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Do you want to learn the Hungarian language, Hungarian history, or learn how to research the Hungarian side of your family? We've got you covered. Check out all our learning opportunities as well as meaningful books and gifts at thehungarianstore.com. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this episode of the Hungarian Living podcast, please share it with someone you know who loves their Hungarian heritage. If you own a business and would like to talk about sponsoring an episode of the podcast, please contact us at podcast@hungarianliving.com for more information. Special thanks to Stephen Chichek and the Animal Cannibals for the show music. Check out our show notes for links to resources mentioned in this episode. If you have a question or comment, we'd love to hear from you. We'll catch you next time.